Ophthalmologist. That's why we're having fun. Like, what could it mean? What does he want to research? Where do his interests lie? Maybe he only researches in the month of October. Maybe that's when he I don't know. Well, let's go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the other South Korean Terran player. We have the Blue Terran. It is Universe for Exeritus Esports. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our round of 16 match. Coming into this, Cure is the heavy favorite, 100%. But Universe, he has it in him here to cause some upsets, I want to believe. I mean, at least in his prime. Bearing in mind the Universe only recently returned from the military, so Universe is still finding his footing. He's still trying to settle back into StarCraft. Best of luck. Best of luck. I think he's from a fishing family and fishes for squid. This is a little inside joke. True, true. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Let's go. That's gonna get confusing. Personal versus perceive. We have, I was gonna say we have casted that. That has happened already a couple of times. I want to say that occurred in Sparkling Tuna Cup a couple of weeks ago. Like a couple of weeks ago, personal versus perceive did occur. We didn't get to cast it, unfortunately. Didn't get to cast it, but it did happen. It has happened. It's not as confusing as Silky versus Silky though, or Bunny versus Bunny. Not as confusing. Or Phoenix versus Phoenix. Nah, there's a couple of player names out there that do double up. It's a couple of them. There's another that's slipping my mind. Oh. A hero, a true hero. Yeah. There's like 4 different heroes. True. It's marriage. There's another one. There's Dong one. Yeah. The Dongs. Battle of the Dong. So those are it's a lot of Dong wars back in the day. With J Dong, Dong Rei Gu, Dong one. Good times. Good times. Good times. For now, though. For now, double gas. We have a double gas opener out of Cure, double gas opener out of Universe. We have so far mirrored builds. Mirrored opener, I should say. The follow-up here, we do see reacted Reaper Hellion out of Cure. Meanwhile, I believe regular Reaper Hellion into a delayed reactor from Universe. This is a little bit scary. This does mean initially we have equivalent army compositions, but Cure is going to be able to reinforce a little bit faster with extra Reapers. Never mind, he's going to Marines. He does move out, and who catches who? Universe in the tall grass, but alas, Cure does shoot first. Yeah, he shoots first. We see Universe out of position, racing back home. Cure's on the high ground. Gets another volley off. Yeah, 2 volleys off, delays the CC, picks off the SCV, gets 1, gets 2 SCV kills, and the army's clumping. Yeah, the army's clumping, massive Hellion shots, and Universe, he will lose everything. Everything goes down, massive delay on the CC, and with that, Universe, he has nothing. He has a Cyclone that's in production. But this is a heavy delay here for Universe, as he just cannot finish the CC. He cannot finish his natural. Hellion goes down, back at home. Cure, he's already mining. So a massive lead for Cure. Cyclone will shut this down eventually. But the pressure's on, and Universe is far behind. It's behind this, getting to tank production, and Ravens as well. Again, early game TvT can be very decisive, and oh boy, this is looking a little bit rough. As Cure, he has momentum, and he's not stopping. Okay, what is it to defend? There's going to be 1 Cyclone, 4 Marines, a Raven with an auto turret as well. Oh. No, the Raven! No! Get out of here! Okay, throws down. The turret is going to be safe, but that's a waste of a turret. Yeah, the turret is wasted. Tank will pop out, lock on the Cyclone. Universe has to get the hell out of here. Cyclone does go down. Cyclone falls. Kira now has his own Raven with his own auto turret. Going for harass. Universe, he will defend. Now that he has a tank, he will defend, he will survive, unless we decide to wait for Interference Matrix. Nah, he's just going for harass. Ooh, faster at CC makes sense. Universe, he's trying to go for a faster at CC to catch up, to make up for his otherwise early losses. But another delay. Kira's getting his own third CC himself on location, so getting further ahead. Kira, he has the disable ready. He can disable, but there's two tanks. He needs a little bit more energy, and needs a little bit more. And again, there's no need. To be honest, like Kira, he does not have to push in. He does not have to break the natural. All he really has to do is contain, right? He's already ahead. He's already getting his third CC on location. He can already rally. Just has to buy time. Again, Universe is slowly building up into bases. Stim has begun. A reacted Viking production. Scan reveals the third CC, reveals the add-ons, reveals the productions themselves. The upgrades, I should say. As Kira's mining. Kira's service getting saturated. Vikings, they move in, trying to get a volley off. But Kira, he has his own Vikings. Universe slowly trying to break out. Uh-oh. Kira playing it safe. Pulls back out of range of the tank. Jesus, got a line of 4 tanks. The problem here is that technically Universe could try to mass disable and break out, but the problem is that we have counter disables, right? There's 3 Ravens here for Kira. There's going to be counter disables, there's going to be auto turrets. It's not going to be that easy. Speaking of, he's coming in. Oh my god. Yeah, Kira does go for the dive, disables all 3 tanks. Auto turrets are being thrown down, and we get some massive tank shots on the high ground. Vikings force to land, and the Universe, can he hold on? It's going to be clear. Nah, he cannot. He cannot. Not like this. A 3rd tank has arrived. It's still getting quite close. There's 1 tank left. 1 tank left. Very messy fight. And sure, Universe, he holds, he survives, but what did Universe lose? Everything. He survives with a handful of tanks. What do I mean by that? He lost his Ravens. He lost his Ravens, lost his Vikings. Army stems forward. Boys are being pulled. Universe, he breaks out, but again, at a cost. Cure, he preserves his Vikings and 2 Ravens. Huge. Does save both Ravens. He can go back, he can repair. Universe can finally expand. Meanwhile, Cure, he should be thinking about a 4th CC by now. And he is. 4th CC. 4th CC is now on the way. So again, Cure still with a very comfortable lead. Here comes the repair on the Ravens. And the Universe has a ways to go. Now, how do you recover here? Now, when it comes to TvT, you can be down in supply and still take a better fight just because of how siege tanks work. Just positional play is that much more important in TvT. But something that doesn't care about your positional play and doesn't care about your siege tanks are Ravens, right? That's a scary thing. Because Cure still has these Ravens alive, it means that he could be caught out of position. Universe could be the first to siege, but that may not matter just because of how Interference Matrix works. And Universe has no counter Ravens. He has no counter disables. That was one of the big changes in, I say recent years, but in Legacy or in later Legacy that I would say it's probably a good thing that did kind of pick up the pace in TvT is the fact that Ravens can break siege lines and break siege positions. As opposed to the slower TvT of Heart of the Swarm and early, kind of early, I say kind of early Legacy because that's when tank evacs were a thing. Which were also very high-paced, fast-paced. As Universe does go for the double drop into the main. At the same time, Cure pushing in towards the third. And Universe, what can he get done? He does pick up a couple of SCVs, but it doesn't have enough. Yeah, there's not enough here. Universe, he defends. Sorry, Universe? Okay. Cure, he defends. He defends back at home across the map. Cure, he lays siege upon the third base. No mining here from Universe. Stuck repairing. And he pulls the boys. Yeah, does pull the boys. Here come the here come the disables. Auto charts as well. GG gets called, and Cure, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Cure, he will take a lead in the series, and we'll see if Universe can recover and bounce back. Let's go. Let us go. Winding it back here, a lot of this game came down to the early engagements. It came down to the Reaper Hellion. If you remember, Cure, he got 2 volleys off before the fight occurred. He got 2 free volleys off, and that early on, when you have the same amount of units in a mirror matchup, is crucial. So Cure, he won the first fight. That snowballed into Cure denying and delaying the natural CC, killing 2 SCVs and keeping Universe contained on one base. Meanwhile, we saw that Cure, he was able to set up back at home, get a faster natural, get a greater economy, and of course preserve his units. That led into the follow-up push where Cure was containing Universe on 2 bases because of the earlier lead that he had. So it all just kind of played into each other. It all came from that early game. But GG, well played. As we catch up in the chats. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And shout out to PiGosaur Cup. Papi, yeah. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That's a lot of gifted subs, Papi. Oh my god. Pappy, calm down. 10 gifts and subs to the community. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Of course, a big shout out to PiGosaur. For those who are unaware, this event is organized and run by PiGosaur. That's why this event is not called the Pig Cup. This event is called the PiGosaur Cup. And PiGosaur, he's the dinosaur part of the PiGosaur. You know, pig is the face, but PiGosaur, he's like the body. He's like the meat of the Pigosaurus. Let's go. Pig, of course, being the main sponsor. Pig is the main sponsor, and Stegosaurus, he does everything else outside of that. And even before Pig was a sponsor, that's when we had the Stegosaurus Cup. That's when we had the Orsosaurus Cup as well. So big shout out to Stegosaurus. Much love, buddy, much love. As we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is a Cure. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, but also going for the proxy 2 ranks, we have the other South Korean Terran player representing Xeritus Esports. It is a Universe. Let's go. Let's go. Art versus art. True. Sorry, that was the obvious one that I was missing. Yes. Like in my brain, I was thinking, I was like, there's an obvious like double-named duo that's like slipping my mind. But yes, art versus art. 100%. That happens with like a fair amount of regularity, just because they're in the same like region. They're both in Europe. True. So sorry, just catching up. I could see Knights beating Hero. Well, you can see it because it's happened before. It was a while ago. It was a couple of months ago, in relatively recent times, like maybe 2-3 months ago. But Nice has beaten Hero before. I would say that's the exception to the rule. Like, by no means is Nice the favorite player, but he's done it before. Meanwhile, Proxy Marauder. Proxy 2 ranks with double tech labs, and Marauders are amassing. Cure coming in with the SCV Scout, and Cure here will confirm that the Raxes are missing. So big scout here by Cure, and very unorthodox as well. If you know anything about TvT, you would know that SCV scouting like this is quite rare. Like, you do not often SCV scouts, and as a result, it's just gonna pay dividends here for Cure. He goes in, he does confirm the gases, does confirm the lack of Raxes, and Cure now knows that something is wrong, and he already has a bunker on the way. Cure, he hasn't confirmed the build, but he knows that something is amiss. So bunker on the high ground. It was a Rax Expand single gas opener, so this is ideal for Universe. Meanwhile, you can see Curio to pull the boys. He already pulled the boys, was ready for Proxy Reaper. Marauders, they already take a lot of damage, a lot of hits. Oh my god, one of the Marauders almost goes down. Very low HP Marauder. And Curio, he doesn't even pull the boys to repair. Like, he feels so confident in his defense. He's like, I'm fine, I don't need to repair, I'm good. Okay, you're not gonna break me. And Universe, he will have high ground vision, okay. The Rax is floating. We see Universe trying to transition back at home. The Reaper does move out across the map. There's nothing to defend back at home, so with good enough control, Cure, he can start killing SCVs. He will lose one of his own. But the Reaper has arrived. Gets one. The boys are being pulled. Guess who? 2 SCVs go down. The Marauders, they do race back home to defend. The Marauders are racing back. Cure, he has held. And so far, he gets 3 SCVs. He's going to get 4. Can we get up to 5? Can we get up to 5? Oh my god. Uno más, papi, uno más. Yeah, Marauders, they've made it back, and it looks like he barely can. 5 SCVs go down. Can he get 6? Nah. So 5 SCVs, delay in the factory. The Marauders race back home. The proxy setup here has not been worth it, and Cure takes a massive lead. Look at the worker disparity. 32 SCVs against the 17 workers of Universe. And it isn't just that. Mules. He's got 2 orbitals. GG. Yeah, GG gets called. The writing is on the wall, and Cure, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. GG, well played. Cure, he does claim the series, does advance on into the quarterfinals. My condolences to Universe. Again, a lot of it came down to the early game. Game 1, we spoke about it, but the early game was brutal. Cure took a big lead early on, and he extended that lead and never let go of that lead either. Here in Game 2, we had Universe spicing things up, but Cure scouted. Cure, he went for the SCV scouts. He didn't confirm what was going on. He thought it was proxy Reaper. That's why he had the boys pre-pulled at the Reaper cliff. So he was kind of ready for aggression, and in the end, shut down the Marauders. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Cure, and that leads us to the rest of the bracket. Let's figure out where we're headed. Let's go.